Welcome to this recording where you're going to listen to insightful moments recorded during live coaching sessions with my clients who come from diverse professional backgrounds. And if you like what you hear today, please share it with your friends and colleagues. And remember to hit the subscribe button now and ensure that you never miss any other episode. Thank you. Some people say to me, I don't like the sound of my voice. And I can use my voice in many different ways, but it takes a lot of effort. I've really got to be conscious about changing my voice. And that is because we hear our voice from inside our body. And yes, sometimes we record and we listen back and we go, I don't like the sound of my voice. Now, from my experience, I have worked with some of the best singers who I absolutely love their voice. And the reason why they keep training, other than for maintaining technique, they train because they don't like the sound of their voice. And they're comparing their voice to other people. And for me, from my experience, that's a never-ending dilemma. Because there are some aspects about our voice, some, not all, some aspects about our voice that is about your face shape, your larynx, your mouth shape, the way you use your tongue, your jaw tightness or not, how you use your diaphragm. There are many factors that affect the sound of our voice, just like instruments with different sizes, even wood qualities on a guitar can change the sound of the guitar. So there are many factors that affects our voice, including the limbic system, the nervous system that creates tightness or tonality, such as perhaps, I have no evidence of this, but mucus coating that are chemically changing the vocal folds, even on food that we eat, right? So there's all sorts of conditions, plus it's a hormonal area. So it will change for women, particularly around their cycles. So we have lots of things going on that changes the sound of the voice, not dramatically, but the nuances. If you're an audio person, in other words, you sense the world through auditory, you're going to be more sensitive to this. So I would say the basics, yes. The way you breathe is important, the way you loosen your jaw, any tightness in the jaw, any tightness in the tongue. Even the position of the tongue can make a difference. Like as soon as I pull it back, it goes in my nasal cavity like that. I just got my tongue is quite harsh at the back of my throat. If I soften my tongue and bring it forward and the tip of the tongue's behind the bottom teeth, I have a more open sound because the back of the tongue's more relaxed. But if I tighten it, I suddenly get this kind of bratty sound and it sort of feels like it's in that pharyngeal nasal area. It's not completely nasal, although this can become a habit for people. So we're mindful of the tone we create by the shape in our mouth and how loose the jaw is and how soft the tongue is. And if I was in a loud environment, I may want to do this, okay? Because this carries. This is a projection voice. It's a coach voice. Like, hey, everybody, let's all stand over there and let's do our stretches, right? So I have this kind of brattier sound. But if I'm on a one-on-one contact with you, I'm just going to be warmer and a lot of more deeper tonalities. By loosening my jaw, I can even make it dopier, but you don't want to go too far because it's going to sound dopey. Sometimes we have to do this. If I meet somebody that's like that, I just make them do that for a little while just to find a balance. And we're looking for neutral sounds or tonality. All right, so the liking and disliking of my voice. Yes, great. Bring it to a voice coach. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can find more voice, expand your range, create different colors and tones for different messages, for different conversations, even for different personalities of other people, right? So we're going to be able to have that flexibility if you have technique, meaning you can expand your voice. You can move from chest, middle to head. Even a straw exercise with a cup, which I'll show you in a minute. There's some videos online on this, and there's an article called Speaking from the Heart, and in there's some demonstrations of this, and it's on LinkedIn as well as on my website, mariapellicano.com. Now, you put this cup, this is a system, it's called the voice straw, There's different size straws and different, so there's a big straw hole there with this white cup, and then there's a black one, and this it's just called the voice straw. You can get it from many places in the world, and you put it on your mouth and you put the straw through the hole and you put it on. I even might sing my songs in here. And that acts like my mouth there in that shape, and this acts like my tube of my trachea. So what happens there is the air pressure balances the larynx and gives you a fuller voice tone, resonates in a more balanced way. So these are some exercises you can do to definitely give you all the choices you can have once you stretch your voice. But besides that, you could still walk away and go, I don't like the sound of my voice. Right? So just be aware of that, because it will dampen the enthusiasm of what you say and distract you from what it is you're here to say. Most people want to just hear what you say. They're not as fussy about the voice other than the energy it produces. So it's non-verbal. They're going to feel what you say. Remember, people always remember how you made them feel more than what you said. However, in a technical field, medical field, we really are listening to the words, but we're also listening to the tone. In fact, there's research that doctors who give information and diagnosis in a particular voice tone will be sued more than those who give a message in a certain way, like more strong and certain. But those who actually give their message in a way that is not clear can be sued. So there is a quality there that we can work on together. So overall, what I'm saying is liking, disliking can be there forever. However, there are some basic things we can do. And remember, our voice is not just for ourselves. It's mostly for those that need to hear it. So we need to get feedback from others. And the outcome of your voice is the results you get. So what you need to ask yourself at the end of the meeting, at the end of the conversation, at the end of the presentation or the negotiation, what were the results? Now, is it all about your voice? Not necessarily. People have choices. Their business. They're going to make a choice. However, how successful was the communication? And an NLP presupposition is the results, the quality of the communication is the response you get. The response you get is the quality of the communication. That could be based on words, but tone and presence, executive presence, is about some of those aspects. All right, so I just wanted to share that with you. It's a big subject, isn't it? So we need to slowly work through. Thank you for listening to this recording. I hope it has helped you. Please remember to subscribe to this channel. I'll see you next time.